Howdy y'all, welcome back to another video. This week it's going to be a little different because I actually have information that might help and some tips. I actually learned something that I feel worthy of sharing. So that is a first, so I hope that you take something away from it. So in my little shorts that I make every day, one day I talked about warm-up days, and I kind of wanted to explain that a little better. So first off, you're in sports or you're in the Olympics, say, totally the same thing, right? But the Olympics, they all warm up. Everyone always warms up before they go do a sport or do something active or work really hard. And it's like, you have those in quote unquote business or just day-to-day life? No. And I was like, after the day, obviously, but like that day, wasn't really feeling like, wasn't motivated, wasn't really into doing a lot of work. But I used that day to prepare for the rest of the week. Yes, I know it's a Monday, I only had 4 days, but it's like, in this stage of my journey, I don't have a lot of stuff I could be doing every day. So kind of taking this day, doing everything I kind of needed to do, but also just setting everything up, getting my to-do list, getting all of my thoughts into words and being able to organize that into a full week of being able to do things helped a lot. And then at night, played a little video games, kind of got my brain that little boost of dopamine, and I was feeling good. And so that was an interesting thing I found out. I don't know if that could help you. That's something you want to look at, but just something I found, and I don't know if it's an actual thing or what, but I enjoyed it. I liked it. Maybe you do that Sunday, but yeah, just kind of my thoughts for it. So next was Tuesday though, and it kind of went a little bit with Monday because I wasn't too productive, so I tried to drink some caffeine to like boost my motivation. Didn't work. Ended up not getting a lot of sleep and woke up at 3 o'clock on Tuesday. Not on purpose. I don't want to get up that early. I got like 3 hours of sleep, but I just couldn't sleep. And so then I went through the day, and that sucked not getting enough sleep. Like by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I was up for 12 hours. If you think about it, you wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, go to bed at 10 o'clock. That's 12 hours. So at 3 o'clock in the afternoon was 12 hours for me. And then 7 more hours till 10 when I normally go to bed. It's like, that's so long you're up for. And I struggled. I tried to drink caffeine. I worked out at least, but I was struggling. It really sucked, honestly. So I was like, all right, I'm done. So I'm really trying to get back onto the monitoring my caffeine intake and kind of working on going to sleep on time and getting a full 8 hours. Because if I get a good 8 hours, I'm set, I'm ready to go, and I feel so much better. And so I know you like staying up. I know you like doing all this stuff, but if you're going to stay up to like 1, wake up at 9. Yeah, it's going to be a little later, but you gotta just get that 8 hours. It's insane how much it can make a difference. And you do that multiple nights, it's so nice. You just feel so much better. But also, if you don't want to wake up at 9 and you want to wake up at 6, go to bed at 10 then. Like, it's not that hard. Between like 10 and 12 should be when you're going to sleep. So you can wake up between 6 and 8. Unless you have an actual job, which I do not. But kind of just look at that. Unless you want to do heckin' 8 o'clock and then wake up at 4. I mean, you could do that, but that just seems a little ambitious. But if you actually are doing business and actually have something going in your life, it could be a possible helper. So that was a kind of rough day, but the next day didn't help at all either. It was awful. But then the day after that was better, which was Thursday. So we'll talk about Wednesday though. Wednesday, because everyone talks about cold calling, cold DMing, cold everything, where you just kind of send stuff out and hope you get something back. And so that's kind of what I did on Wednesday, was finding people who are in the general sense of where I want to go and like the customers kind of that I want. And I DM'd them and was just like, yo, and said all the stuff I needed to say. Nothing. Killed my mood. Just killed everything. It was so sad. But I had a realization that day that you could do all that stuff, but I found out that Facebook groups are insane. And you might be able to find your niche you're trying to sell in on the Facebook groups. And there could be, say, 100,000 people in there. You just go, send stuff out. But the thing is, you got to be engaging. Because I've sent a bunch of things out to these groups. No responses. Nothing. And it just sucks. So you got to kind of make it engaging. You got to figure out a way to do something where someone wants to engage with it or interact with it. Just don't be weird and be like, yo, check out this link, blah, blah, blah. It does not work. So, but why I said Thursday was so good is because I sent something out on Wednesday, not thinking anything of it. On Thursday, someone replied to it and said, I don't understand what you mean by this. So then I went through and kind of explained all of it out to hopefully better understand them. Turns out the person, so I said spot, and this person thought I said sport. And so that confused her, which encouraged her to engage. So I think I'm going to try and maybe ask confusing questions or confusing things where people are like, what? What the heck is this? Because then they're like, oh, what is this? I'll engage with him. I will ask the question. And then you got him. It's like a hook and sinker, or a hook and bobber. I don't know, a hook or something. A hook. Hooker? No, not a hooker. Just a hook. So you get it, and then boom. Then you got this conversation. And then another person saw that, and because I kind of pitched my idea out, another person goes, that's a great idea. And I was like, well, thank you. But where do I go now? And so I asked them, like, if they had any tips or anything like this that could help me. Nothing. So, didn't ask it confusing, but, I mean, it's something I learned, which was sweet. And so I just thought I'd share that with you because it's sweet. And, yeah, that was pretty much the whole week. I learned a lot. But I want you to know that even though it seems like I'm doing a lot, some days I'm productive, some days I'm not. And I'm just coming out and saying it. I'm calling myself out. I could be not productive. I could not be productive. But the thing, I saw this, you know how you see all these like business videos or these like motivational videos on these like TikTok or whatever, and they're like, if you do this one day and if you just keep going, you'll get like blah, blah, blah better. It's like that deep voice with whatever. Obviously, I look at those because those are kind of cool. So, but I found one where I'll put it right here. It'll be right here, right there, boom. Oh wait, that doesn't work. I tried to point at the screen. Okay, it's gonna be right there. How about that? There you go. Yeah, I tried to point at the screen. Did not work. Okay, but it's all right. So it's gonna be right here. It's gonna be over here. But it's a graph, and the whole video is like, it's like the little graphs. Actually, you'll be able to see. What am I explaining this for? But you'll see. But it's just like showing how you get a little up and down. But if you just keep going, it'll just expand and get super big and whoa. And so that's what I kind of am trying to like focus on and work towards. So we're going to see how this goes. But just stick with me. We'll get somewhere, sometime with something. So, but thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Thank you for just sticking around. Please, any tips, any information that you want to give, please let me know. Comment, email me, whatever. Give me your tips. Yeah, give me all the help that you can give. If you have any questions, please ask. But also, if you want to join the journey, join it with me. Let's be entrepreneurs together. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.